When we think of precious metals, we often picture gold, shiny, inert, coveted. But gold, for all its luster, is lifeless. It does not move, think, or breathe. Its value is an illusion built on scarcity and tradition. But there is another metal, quiet, hidden, and pulsing with purpose. It does not gleam in jewelry stores or vaults, is not worn around necks or traded on markets. Yet without it, there would be no heartbeat, no breath, no thought. This metal is potassium, the unsung conductor of life's electric orchestra. Imagine the human body not as a machine of gears and levers, but as a symphony of light and current. With this grand biological composition, there are no wires or batteries, only a universe of charged particles whispering instructions in bursts of electricity. This is how life moves, how it thinks, how it feels. And at the center of it all is potassium. Potassium doesn't take the stage. It works in the wings. Like a stage manager behind the curtain, it ensures that every cue is hit, every neuron fires, every muscle contracts on time. Though unseen, its absence is catastrophic. Without potassium, the curtain never rises. Let us meet this quiet hero. Potassium is element 19 on the periodic table, a reactive metal that in its pure form would burst into flame if it touched water. But in the realm of biology, its story is not about fire, it's about flow. In the cellular world, potassium exists as a positively charged ion, a single electron lighter than stability. This charge gives it a role in the choreography of life's signals. Nature has turned this small imbalance into a tool of profound importance, a generator of bioelectricity. Our bodies are divided into two watery realms: the intercellular space inside our cells and the extracellular space, everything outside them. Potassium is a homebody. It lives almost entirely inside cells, while sodium stays mostly outside. This asymmetry creates a voltage, a biological tension that can be harnessed to send signal across nerves, muscles, and the heart. To maintain this delicate arrangement, the body employs a molecular engine, the sodium-potassium pump. Like tireless gatekeepers at the cellular border, these pumps trade 3 sodium ions for 2 potassium ions with each cycle. This subtle imbalance, this numerical dance, creates an electrical charge. Negative inside, positive outside. It is this current that powers your heartbeat, your reflexes, your thoughts. When it's time to send a signal, specialized channels open like trapdoors in the membrane. Sodium rushes in, potassium flows out. The charge flips, then resets. This controlled chaos is in the heartbeat of consciousness. So important is this ionic ballet that discovery of selective potassium channels earned a Nobel Prize. Through them, potassium exits like a whisper in the storm, restoring order to the cellular charge. In the bloodstream, potassium flows invisibly, carried by the serum, just a small fraction of the body's total store. But this tiny amount is tightly regulated, because even minor shifts can lead to disaster. The heart, ever sensitive, can fall into deadly rhythm if potassium rises too high or drops too low. In fact, potassium chloride is used in lethal injections, not as poison, but as brute force disruption of the heart's electrical flow. The guardians of the balance of potassium are hormones, insulin and aldosterone, which acts as shepherds, guiding potassium back into cells, keeping its levels in check. The kidneys, in turn, are final gatekeepers, filtering out excess potassium, adjusting for the needs of the moment. Like river engineers, they manage the flow to avoid floods and droughts of this vital mineral. When potassium falls too low, a condition called hypokalemia, the consequences ripple throughout the body. The prefix hypo means under, and kalemia derives from kalium, the Latin name for potassium. Causes include diuretics that drain potassium away, or vomiting and diarrhea that wash it out in torrents. Symptoms emerge like static in the system: weakness, cramps, constipation, arrhythmias, electrical misfires in the muscles and heart. Sometimes potassium seems unresponsive to treatment. When this happens, another mineral may be missing from the picture: magnesium. Like a lost musical note, its absence can throw off the entire chord. Potassium cannot stay in tune until magnesium is restored. On the other side of the spectrum lies hyperkalemia. Hyper meaning over. This usually arises when the kidneys falter or when the medications interfere with potassium's exit. At first, the body is quiet, but in silence, danger grows. If untreated, excess potassium can trigger arrhythmias and, at its worst, stop the heart. Treatment becomes a multi-pronged effort: calcium to stabilize the cellular stage, insulin to usher potassium back into cells, diuretics and hydration to flush it away. In dire circumstances, dialysis acts as a final lifeline, an artificial kidney to reclaim balance. But even lab values can deceive. Potassium may appear high or low not because of excess or deficiency, but due to shifts between compartments. Acidosis pulls potassium out of cells, alkalosis tucks it back in. A serum level then is just a snapshot. Only 2% of total body's potassium lies outside cells. A normal reading can mask a deep depletion. Most adults don't get enough potassium. The recommended daily intake from 3.5 to 4.7 grams is rarely met. The result? Higher blood pressure, greater risk of stroke, a landscape more prone to kidney stones. While true potassium deficiency is rare, since nearly all foods contain it, it can arise in the shadows, in eating disorders, in alcoholisms, or with prolonged diuretic use. It is not absence, but neglect that causes the decline. Foods rich in potassium are nature gifts. Potatoes, spinach, white beans, avocados, tomatoes, and bananas. Fish and almonds sing with this invisible metal. But even here, context matters. In those with kidney disease, potassium becomes a dangerous friend. Boiling vegetables can reduce their potassium content, offering safety without sacrifice. In contrast, salt substitutes rich in potassium chloride may help lower blood pressure, but they carry silent risk for those with impaired kidney function. So let us return to where we began. Gold is treasured for its shine, but potassium is treasured because we live. It does not sparkle, but it sparks. It does not adorn, but it animates, hidden in every heartbeat, every breath, every thought. It is the quiet rhythm of life. If you like this video, you can check another one. Thank you for watching and have a great day.